going here, especially to my opponents. We're playing webbeRAGE, aka Eddie the Cat's home game here, and he has picked revised base with the fan factions. Obviously, no landscapes. We've got Giants and Orin in the first two seats. I think yellow's supposed to be pretty good on this map. Mermaids are like insanely good on this map. We could put in a black faction. Black is terrible on this map, so I'm actually going to try to avoid that. Gray we don't want in this color wheel. So yeah, it looks like yellow, yellow, blue, and brown are the colors that I would like to choose from here. I do see this double stack big building event, but that's not very good for time travelers. This event here is not that good. I guess round 6 TPs is okay for time travelers. All right. I haven't looked hard at it, but I'm gonna trust that they can find a way in. Just screw it. Let's just put halflings. No, time traveler seems a little more fun. Yeah. All right, that's the plan. Who's the host? This is webbeRAGE's home game. It's revised base and fan factions. Feed my dog. Hey girl, come on, let's go. Girl. What did I miss? I haven't missed anything. We don't even have a fourth faction yet. Last time Eddie did make it a terrible color wheel, so wouldn't be shocked if that happened again. Okay, we got Wisps into the fourth seat. Wisps are kind of an annoying faction. Let's see. We've got Wisps probably on D4, C3. Their second one is a mystery. They could place D2 and kind of hope that Giants would come over, but I don't really see much reason for Giants to allow that to happen. Giants could be looking at getting the double spade in round 1. As Orin, maybe you take temp shipping, unless, Giants could get the double spade and the big building tile, right? Is that a reasonable world? I guess Wisps are taking the spade, and then time travelers would take the big building. So then Orin take temp ship, Giants get this thing. Giants, all three factions might want to upgrade around Giants, and I could see a case for there being, I could see that being a case for someone saying, okay, Giants are really good. Another thing that could happen here is that Wisps, let's see, Wisps start with a spade, right? So they're gonna go TP D4, then probably build C3, as long as Giants don't double spade this. If Giants double spade this, then the game gets really weird really fast. Time Travelers probably want the single spade, right? If you open to the big building tile, it's just nice to get a single spade. So, yeah, round 6 TPs and temples. It's kind of nice, right? Also, like, my thinking is that Orin will be here on E9, and then you will be able to get this stuff going. And also, you don't have a color neighbor here in the center, so, like, my fear with Wisps is that Giants do use their stomp on, like, they double spade C3, but Giants shouldn't be able to get onto a workers pass tile. So if we look at it, right, like there's no workers pass tile for Giants to get onto. So Wisps should be able to build C3. That's my hypothesis. So I think that Wisps are going to be good. And that means that I just need to bid on them when the time is right. You're not sure if you'd call this a sweater or a shirt, but you like it. I think this is a cardigan. It's kind of like a thicker knit cardigan. It's got kind of like this cable knit to it. But yeah, it is a cardigan. It's from Target. I got it like about 7 years ago. Probably less than that, maybe 6 years ago. But yeah, it's not my wife's favorite, but now that I'm back at the office, like I need some clothes. And because I'm late, I haven't actually changed out of it. That's why I'm never wearing anything more put together than a t-shirt on stream. Matt says he wants me explicitly to lose this one. I mean, that seems reasonable. Like I did come in third and have a bye the first week, so like he has lots of reason to be afraid of me after he won last week. I do have a very intimidating presence right now. Okay. When do we consider Orin here? Orin, my plan for Orin is to buy the priest in round 1 and send it to Air. And then you get this town here. And then I guess who's getting a round 2 town, right? No one can really get a round 2 town unless time travelers do it from F5 down here. But I think Orin are best off starting B5 and trying to ship down here. So, well, time travelers don't need the town until round 3, so that's actually quite nice for them. There is this cult bump tile too. Orin could take the cult bump and go temple, air, whatever, but letting Giants have temp ship with this map doesn't seem correct either. So, alright. I think building 2 TPs in round 1 seems like a reasonable plan for Wisps. Air whatever. Did I say air whatever? I said air 2, but you need whatever number of steps for Orin to get up to get that air spade, is what I meant. Yeah, I do think that it's almost certainly this shipping tile. Actually, hilarious opening, right, would actually be, and I say hilarious, but I think that there's a chance that it's good. I think there's a chance that Stronghold Orin has play here. And hear me out. You snatch the workers from, like, you take this guy and you snatch the workers away from Giants with your first action. And then you build the Stronghold. And then you build these 2 hexes here. And then you use the Cult Spade from Air on F4. You could also, if you get the priest, instead of building this guy, you just use the priest, send it to Air, then you can get to step 8 on Air on round 1, and then you can put 2 spades here. You build G3, and then in round 2 you take the bridge, build these 2 hexes, and make a TP. That's a lot of workers. That's a lot of workers that aren't going to work, I think. So, now, Orange should still be the most culty faction. Like, Time Travelers, they're going to get the big building tile, and it's a big building round. Will they just open with a big building? Who can say? If they do, they could be contesting the cult. They might be rather empty on the cults, rather. However, I'm not sure if I'm ready for that world. Like, Wisps are the other faction that could contest cults, really. I don't know. I mean, I like Orin as a faction, and that I'm just going to let that swing my opinion here. I think that we will have Giants on A8 eventually, so this can turn into a town. I guess Giants probably spade A10, so you're not going to make a town here, but that's also okay. I forget if it was a meme to snatch the workers for me, or if taking the priest is a better call. I forget which one I said was better here. And is anyone else taking a power action first? I suspect that Wisps are not going to take the priest. The only faction that should really want to take the priest with the first power action is Orin. Time Travelers, like, I don't really see much reason to steal a priest early as Time Traveler, so I think we take the temp ship, and then we upgrade with our first action. And we hope that Wisps don't take the priest. Because if Wisps take the priest, right, don't they lose C2? Or C3, rather? I think that that's what happens, right? So that makes that kind of bad. Yeah, it seems kind of bad for Wisps to do that. So I'm going to just say that they don't do that. Oh, that's annoying. Well, so much for my plans of... Oh, Wisps want me down here, right? They don't have any neighbors down here, unless Simon places down here. If Simon does place down here, then I have to take temp ship and just build this guy first. Simon does place over here. This hex here is clearly better for town. This hex is necessary for connection, but this hex is necessary for connection. I think that the early expansion is good. I guess this kills my dreams of round 2 town, right? And I now need like a sanctuary town through these hexes. Well, this becomes even more valuable of a town spot then, so. Oh wait, Giants don't have shipping, so they aren't coming to A10, yeah. I don't need to worry about that for at least like 1 round or so. The issue of the second dwelling spot is part of the reason why I was a little hesitant to play Wisps here. Also, credit to Hephaestus for the way that he just bid Giants first. It is possible Giants are better than Orin here. However, Giants, like the big building tile, like the passing tiles are kind to Giants. However, like Giants like to see the high coins and they like to see the big building pass tile, etc. But this scoring track is not it, man. This is not it. So, like Giants, you kind of want high scoring in the late rounds, and I'm not seeing it, so. I guess we have a slight problem, which is that Giants might cut off some of our hexes here. Like, they could try to town with these hexes and taking away D7. Though, I don't think Simon would take away E9. He knows that this hex is valuable for me to be on so that he can town through here. That's what I'm going to bet. Or Hephaestus, rather. Hephaestus is more of an aggressive player. So he might take that away. But he does just place here anyway. This clearly indicates that he wants his town through these 4 hexes, and I don't really see any reason to deny him. Alright, you know what? I dare you to take this hex. If you do, it's your funeral. You want to upgrade in the center so you can get leech, right? No, I'll just build here. This actually increases my chances of getting double dig, right? Yeah, it actually makes a lot more sense for me to do this. So the important question is, do I want the double dig? And if I don't take it, who's getting it? It looks to me like if I don't take the double dig, that the problem with me not taking double dig is that time travelers might end up with it. And if time travelers end up with double dig, they are going to win this game. I don't think that I can actually have that happen, so I think I am supposed to just secure it now. Even though ironically it's not exactly what I want here. Like, I really, really want early priests and stuff, but dude, if I just take the workers, it's too much of a liability if you don't. It really is just too much of a liability to not take workers here. Yeah. Okay. Hephaestus' next move is always to make this stronghold. So that means that Simon will be handed double dig if I upgrade. If I upgrade down here, that won't happen. However, basically, like, my desire is to upgrade here so that way I get into the leech party. But if I do that, then Simon gets double dig. I have so many things that I want, right? I want double dig, I want the priest, and I want the leech. But if I upgrade here, I could lose both. Wisps could take the priest at this point. Now that Hephaestus gave up this tempo, Wisps don't have to build this hex with their next action. And because Wisps don't have to build this hex with their next action, that means that they could afford to take the priest now. So I need to decide now if I want the priest or double dig or whatever right now. And I have to figure out which one's more important to me. But if I take the priest, then I'm almost assured that time travelers get the double dig, right? The only way that I can avoid that is I can upgrade down here instead. And then, okay, how about this line? What if I take the priest and then I upgrade down here? Or I just say I don't actually care that much if Simon gets double dig. Yeah, what if I just don't care that much if Simon gets double dig, and then maybe I get single dig, or I get the double dig in round 2? Wisps don't have a great place to double. Well, they could double dig this hex here if they secure double dig. That's actually their plan, right? That's the plan for Wisps to town in round 2. It's to come here, bridge here, build here, and then you try to pass for the double spade in round 2. That makes sense. Okay, I think that I'm probably just supposed to take spades. It was worth thinking about, but ultimately I think that this is just better than any alternative. I've already like been put in a very tough spot actually. Like this Wisp's starting placement is obviously very bad for me. Oh, sorry, the fourth faction. Yeah, it's Time Travelers. The only brown faction that could possibly open with this stronghold, I guess, right? I'm curious to see how Simon rations out his power here. If he just burns for coins and then immediately bumps himself up in power, or if he takes the single spade first and then goes down in power or whatever. Because yeah, Wisps do take the priest, which is what I thought would happen. We're not like shocked by that, but it's a little sad. Okay, am I supposed to build these TPs first? Or rather, am I supposed to build these hexes instead of making a temple now? Because I just have 2 hexes sitting there now, right? Like, I'm definitely making a TP, and I think that maybe it just goes down here now. I'm not sure where my TP goes anymore. Ooh, Giants could steal the bridge from... I think I'm supposed to just make a temple. I'm still trying to play culty here, right? I think that Wisps might not end this round with a temple on the board. And if Wisps don't end the round with a temple on the board, then I am supposed to just dominate the cults. Despite that they got the priest to air, which is the best thing in this game right now. I mean, to be clear, I wouldn't be shocked if they still just templed, built this dwelling, and then whatever, but... ooh. Yep. Okay, so Simon burns. Oh, Simon never had problems with his production. Yeah, so if Hephaestus could take the coins, which obviously is good for Giants, but he could also take the bridge. The bridge is kind of needed for round 2 town. And Wisps really want the bridge. That would cause a war, and I would love that if he took the bridge. But no, he's going to spade here, which totally makes sense. This is his town. He's trying to slow play it because he thinks that he can get onto Simon's big building tile. If he sequences it right, he should be able to. Wisps are going to take the longest round here. Okay, so I do need to decide if I'm templing or building these dwellings. If I temple, it's probably for air 2, I guess. It's like the typical one to take for Orin, and plus there's this cult event later. Getting the first priest to earth or water is fun. But you know what? Screw it. We're just building dwellings. We're on temp shipping. We got access to some dwellings. So let's just take the dwellings. There's the stronghold action for Simon. I think that Giants should take the coins now, because if they don't take the coins, then they will get outlasted by Time Travelers, because Time Travelers want the coins. So if they want the big building tile, they're supposed to take away the coins action from Giants. Oh, and now they got the leech that they didn't get the leech. Time travel or Wisps are supposed to put priest to air. and then I think that they're supposed to spade this hex here. Oh, they didn't manage to get the bridge, and I don't think that they have a means to get that power now that I've chosen not to make the temple down here. That priest was fairly costly. They actually don't have a place to use that priest or that spade. They might wind up using it like on this hex or something and turn this hex brown and then try to make a town through here. But I don't think that this is what Wisps wanted. Get some of my clock back. I've been playing very slowly. By the way, to anyone watching, MattTheLesser is actually streaming this game as an impartial observer. So if you want to actually talk like strategy and stuff, you should go to his chat. Obviously, I'm here for your entertainment purposes, and this VOD will remain here and on YouTube or whatever. But for now, you know, like if you're interested, this is there. I think that Hephaestus's Giants bid is actually not bad because looking at it, first of all, Giants don't have a color neighbor. Secondly, there's a lot of red hexes on this map, like within easy shipping range. And round 3, he's just going to build like every red hex that's like over here in the east, right? He's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red hexes available to him. I need a lot of shipping to get down here. Getting back onto temp ship is going to be hard, and I don't think that it's worth it to try to sequence my round for it or anything. And Wisps are taking away my chance to get a town down here. Wisps might fly to G, whatever this is here, and I don't think that, like, Simon is never going to take away any of these hexes here to connect, so this is kind of cool, but I guess now what Wisps have to do is they have to TP. 2 TPs turns this hex to blue. But again, that's still 1 extra spade for them. They have like 1 spade too many after this priest to air. But yeah, they're not getting the power. They're 1 power short of being able to take the bridge, which is what I think that they really, really wanted. Hephaestus takes the bridge. Neat opening. Ooh, I see. So Hephaestus is going to be able to town next round if he gets onto this workers tile, which he should now, because no one's outstalling him for that. Nice. That's really nice. That's a line that I completely didn't see, and Giants will have the shipping soon, so good for them. Do we take this cult step or do we take this here? I think that we take this here. Simon debates whether or not to take the coins. I think that you're just supposed to pass. You're not getting onto anything good. The pastel is probably the dwellings pastel, dwelling VP pastel. Simon with the pass will have access to double dig, and then after that can use the stronghold action. So I'm just realizing my mistake. My mistake was, okay, so wait, hold on, sorry. Wisps, what are they doing? Wisps do get their bridge, right? Wisps temple. They temple air 2, and then they get power, and then they bridge. I think that that's what happens now. Oh wait, no, they lost access to the bridge. Yeah, I might have considered advancing ship there if I were Wisps to get onto B3, but oh well. Yeah, now they are playing the culty game, which is unfortunate. I was hoping / betting that they wouldn't play a culty game, and they did. So I think that my first action next round is to buy the priest. Yeah, my first action is probably to buy the priest. That gives me better access to shipping. Well, the priest should stick around, but basically, the priest either goes to water or earth. And I have a cult step, which makes it good either way. If the priest does go to water, then the cult step probably goes to air. And then my temple is... Do I need this spade? I don't really have anywhere to use this spade. Guess I could use it on G2. That makes this town a little easier. Seems a little underwhelming, though. Little underwhelming. Regardless, I don't think that I've made my life very easy here. Giants need to decide if they're staying in the round or passing. It's a little awkward for them, because Wisps should probably take this guy, right? And then, if that happens, Giants might struggle to form their town. Basically, what Giants wanted is they wanted to build this hex and then pass onto this tile, right? Okay, Wisps take air 2, so this Wisps game, I mean, they are my color neighbor, but of course it's become very annoying for me, right? Like, they've made this game very annoying for me. They've taken air 2 and the air cult, which is what I wanted. This also, like, this placement on H4 is obviously just bad for me, and that was obviously a possibility, but like it was also a possibility that they didn't do that, and they did do that, and it's bad for me. And now they're playing Culty, which is obviously bad for me as well. And what the fuck? Why are you letting Giants have this? I mean, it's fine for me. I get a bunch of leech from it, but I don't. This is incredibly good for Giants. But it's fine. Other people are allowed to have good games. I need to figure out how I'm expanding. It looks like Wisps probably double spade these two hexes, so I'm going to lose... I'm going to lose my westward expansion unless I take G2 then. I'm probably supposed to take G2 then. Oh man, it's painful. So what is my game plan for this round? I was talking about taking a priest and sending it to water, right? What if I temple? Do I temple Earth 1? That seems kind of underwhelming. Templing for Earth 1. Wisps being on shipping is also annoying. What if I temple for Water 1 and then attempt to temple for Earth 1? Simon is going to take the coins, right? Simon will take the coins. Wisps probably want spades. Or to send their priest. Is air 2 even still worth it? How long a round am I going to have? I do need to start advancing my shipping as well. All right. I think I can't get away this game without an economic favor, so I think I am going to temple. And I think that the best econ favor is still air 2. Oh, time travelers take double spade, so hopefully Wisps take the coins. I really hope Wisps take the coins and don't let Giants have them. Okay, so that at least is a relief. start getting some leech flowing in. That's nice. Okay. Air, earth, or... I just don't think that this earth spade does me enough. This priest is actually arguably more important to my game plan overall. And now the cult bump, the question is it air or is it water? Water is nice because it cycles my power. Air is nice because it's the more valuable thing later. Let's take the bridge, makes plenty of sense. And am I supposed to take air 2 or is earth 1 actually good? My problem is that I need 2 shipping next round. That's just incredibly difficult to handle. So with that in mind, I think that I'll just take air 2 and then figure it out from there. Yeah, Earth 1 is probably just not doing enough for me, I think. It occurs to me that I have a 3-hex town here and a 3-hex town here. I probably need a bridge. So I probably want to take G2 and bridge. That's actually probably my goal for next round. We'll see if I'm allowed to do that. It doesn't look like time travelers should be able to double dig next round, so I'll use the cult bump and I'll put it on air. We said we were putting the cult bump on air. Yeah, okay. I think that B2 actually solves some of our problems. G2 solves some of our problems because this lets us do stuff with only 1 shipping. So I'm tempted to actually pass for the 7 coins here, which seems a little crazy, but when the spade is on the table, but Simon makes a trading post. That makes sense because of the track, I guess. Okay, so I will be the first to pass. That's nice. Hephaestus probably always takes a ship town here. He will rush Earth 1, I have to assume. I have to assume that next round is when my opponents all take Earth 1. And I will get locked out of that, but I mean, that's kind of just the life that we've led. So, we're passing. So the question, again, is it the spade or is it the 7 coins? I'm going to convert my power like this, for sure. And I will pass. And I think that my plan is G2, I6, G1, F2. I'm 1 worker short on, or I'm 1 dwelling short there, so. But I need a lot of coins for that, right? That's 8 coins worth just to build, or that's 6 coins worth to build 4 dwellings, plus a ship advance. And I'm burning all my power for this double spade. So I'm just gonna take this. I don't expect to gain any more power via structures this round. Hephaestus is out. Simon is out. and wisps are out as well. So as I was saying, I kind of think that Giants might have crushed this game, but I could be wrong. I think that they've gotten essentially everything that they wanted. I think that they were always going to lose this town here, so like it's not like they can really complain about losing that town. They got around to town. They got on the big building tile, which is disgustingly good. They've got their shipping, and they're about to get Earth 1 if they want it. I think that they want it. And oh man, are they getting on this pass tile as well? That is pretty absurd. If you're Wisps, like, I think that you probably send this priest to Earth, right? Like, if you put the priest to Earth, you're 3 steps ahead of the next highest player. You just want that, I think. There's no urgency for them to pass. Like, the dwelling VP tile doesn't do a whole lot for them right now. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 workers to build through here. Surely you're going ham. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 coins. I think I'm going to use exactly the stuff that I have right now. I'll have 1 worker left over, and I haven't accounted for the priest. But other than that, I think I'm... Oh, the priest goes to the ship advance. So I think I'm ending this round with 1 worker left over and whatever I get from Leech. And then this round, I have to just be prepared to stronghold for Water 1. If I get locked out of both Earth 1 and Water 1, I am probably in trouble. How long a round are my opponents having? I think I might have the longest round, which definitely puts me at huge risk of getting Water 1 blocked. But I think that Simon might not Water 1 block me, unless he makes it. I guess he could Temple for Water 1, but right now he doesn't have the neighbor to make that other TP. I don't think he's going to Sanctuary Water 1 water block me next round. So I think that I should be able to Stronghold Water 1 next round. But who knows? I'll have 0 coin. I'll have 2 coin income heading into next round. So who knows if that actually goes down like nicely. Hephaestus, I'm also just looking, and it kind of looks like this is a pretty good town for Giants. It has great adjacency, and it's 3 digs for 4 hexes, and that's not incredible economy, but like they need another town, and like over here in the west is bad. So it looks like I'm not connecting this game. Like it looks like I'm just straight up not connecting. I would need like this hex and this hex to connect if Hephaestus does take E9 from me. Or like D7 and a triple dig and 3 ship. It's just not happening. So I need to win these other 2 cults as well. That's basically where I'm landing on. Wisps are on 2 oh, no, they're on temp ship. Okay. But they are on 1 extra shipping. They could come after my green hex here. That would make me very upset. Feels good to be padding my non-thinking time right now just by not doing anything. Shirley, you okay? Hmm? You really need to pee? Sorry. Looks like it's me. Haven't thought about it too deeply. This feels like it can't be wrong. Simon needs to decide whether to take this leech or not, which puts him in an awkward spot. I love putting my opponents in an awkward spot. Wisps can theoretically take this hex from me, but it seems very bad for them to do so. I'm not going to consider that possibility. I think that strongholding for Wisps might actually be better to fly here, but I think that really they should just be making TPs and stuff. Don't think that they can actually afford Earth 1 very well, but I could be wrong. Simon declined gaining that power. Yeah, that sucks. That's one of the awkward parts about this stronghold. It's like, it looks like it's economic, but he just declined a 3 for 2, or a 2 for 1 in round 3. So that just cost him a coin. You could think of it as saving him a victory point, but like it's just such an awkward structure, and like the fact that it's a button means that Hephaestos got these coins, which is just disgusting as well. Hephaestos, I presume, I haven't said this, but I presume that he's going to temple for Earth 1 and then build like this hex, or like just this hex, or like this hex and then E9 or something, right? I'm kind of just assuming that that's the case. There's I9 for Wisps. They are still going to beat me to a town. Like, presumably they're going to get this sanctuary off before I get anything going. I think Wisps probably want to send a priest to a cult. I don't think that they want. They take the single spade. Because they desperately want to use both these TPs on I8. It's just, like, this starting hex was not good. Like, they don't have the coins to do this. Okay, but I6 remains open to me, so we're happy about that. Just advance our shipping. No one has taken a scoring favor yet, which is part of the reason why, points-wise, I haven't, like, fallen unbelievably behind yet. Like, I am behind, and Hephaestus is admittedly going to have a huge round scoring-wise, but... Actually, if you're Giants, do you skip Earth 1 for now and just go 3 dwellings? Build 3 dwellings this round. Simon, don't take the priest, man. Don't take the priest. Those are my cults. I thought we had an agreement here. He can't be advancing his shipping. I guess he could spade here, but no, don't do this. There's Earth 1 from Giants. Okay, so it is Earth 1. That's fine. Lock this guy up. Oh. Okay, so he's going to town. Takes the 2 key town. Okay, fine. So that's the strategy. Fair enough. That's why the priest happened, so that he can send it to a cult. That also is sad for me because I'm missing out on some hexes up here. But maybe I eventually carve my way through here. Probably not before Wisps get there. That might be a little too much to hope for. Wisps pass early, that makes plenty of sense. They're going to go Sanctuary Stronghold next round. Hopefully the Sanctuary is... Well, this means that I get either Earth 1 or Water 1, so that's a good sign. Now there's no urgency for me to pass. I guess I would like to land on this. That would be quite nice, but... I wonder if Simon burns for the workers here and makes a temple. Probably not. So he's only going to have 1 coin. It's annoying that I'm going to get people contesting me with priests, but oh well. That's just Terra Mystica. I need this TP either way. What I don't need is to build this last dwelling. It's only 2 points. And maybe at a later time I will have Earth 1. Like the 2 coins it costs me could actually be a pretty significant opportunity cost, is my thinking there. Giants spaded here. Okay, so they're going to come over through here for a town. That's good news for me about E9. I don't think I need any spades this round. So, like, I don't want to be building dwellings. I think I want to get onto this. So, I think I'm going to save myself from burning the power too early and just pass for the stronghold, or for the dwellings tile. And I am last. I could just get blocked out of water 1, which would really suck. But that's life, right? You know what, since I'm already last, I'll just take my time. I can afford to spend time like sending priest to air or whatever this round. Now this isn't a good move economically, but it's worth 3 points. So points are points. Oh, duh. I'm gonna go worker to coin. I think I can afford to lose 1 worker here in order not to burn power. Simon, unless Simon just gives me this leech, and then all this worrying apparently was for nothing because Simon just gave me the leech that I wanted. And Wisps have ceded water 1 to me, so that's great. Giants probably not making... Giants are actually probably not taking water 1 this round, so in that sense, like, there was a world where it was just better for me to... Okay, so Giants have told me that they don't care about water 1 right now. So water 1 is the favor that I actually care about. What if I send Priest to Earth here then? Like, this is fine, right? This might be a little too egotistical, but I don't think I'm going to get locked out of all the scoring favors right now. Giants in particular don't seem to be looking to take water 1 from me, so I think I'm getting Earth 1 blocked no matter what, but I'm probably just more interested in Air 1 at this point than Earth 1 anyway, now that I've built out all these dwellings. Air 1 next round is probably fine. I'm probably, next round is probably like Temple 2 TPs, so yeah, not too concerned there. No one wants the bridge, so I'd probably get the 1 key town this round. I think, right? Or a priest town, ship town, whatever. Ship town is nice. I could get, yeah, ship town actually might make sense, because then I should get E9. Like, taking a non-cult town doesn't make a lot of sense, but if I get onto E9, that would be a huge, huge boon. If I get to connect these and make a town, like, I'm gonna have pretty good cults. I might have like 20-ish cult points or so. Maybe fewer than 20, but like, whoa, Wisps don't take a, wow, that is, I do not agree with that, but I love that it happened. Simon's about to secure himself a second scoring favor. Oh, hey, puppy. You're doing good. I would be so mad if I were Giants right now. By the way, Wisps are not connected. This is a connection hex for them, but they're not going to beat me there. Wow, okay, Hephaestus does steal the bridge from me, though, so this game is very, very blocky. Hephaestus still not going to take water 1. I still need the ship advance. I think I need ship advance, TP dwelling. I don't know if I can afford all that, but let's see what we can actually afford here. TP ship advance is all that I can afford, right? I'm gonna put the cult bump on air, but here's this. That was pretty foolish of me thinking that that no one wanted the bridge, but I think that getting the first priest to Earth was still pretty nice. Simon probably temples for Earth 1 next. I have to think that that's what's happening. And wow, he hasn't used his thing yet, so he's got his stronghold button yet, so he's got a lot of economy going. I was just talking badly about this time traveler stronghold, but like every time that I've played it, I've just like decided to burn for coins in like round 2 or 3 because it's so expensive as a structure. But he has gotten pretty nice leech. I mean, he hasn't even gotten as much leech as you might hope for as time travelers. He's just played a very good game. Simon's just a good player. Yeah, it really hurts that I'm not able to take a town this turn, because this turn is the turn where I really want to build E9. Yeah, now he still has these coins coming in. So are time travelers winning then? Time travelers should be able to connect through E8. Like that's what this looks like to me, right? They should be able to connect through E8. Oh, hold on. I have my stronghold action next. Yeah, I'm supposed to use the stronghold action on air. Down convert. Giants have committed their stronghold actions, so I do have worlds where I connect now. That leech, definitely valuable. This is probably a coin town. Come on, Giants, build here. This is the best thing that you can do for my power management. I'm saying this because, like, yes, oh man, perfect. I think that I now get to build this X this round. I haven't done all the math perfectly, but let's put the TP here. Oh, I'm 1 short. Okay, I'm 1 short from being able to build the Hex. I probably advance my shipping here, and then I just, like, Simon is, or Hephaestus is invested in doing other stuff now. He wants to connect. He wants to make another town. He's not going to dig E9 for me, like, in round 5. So I think that I do advance my shipping here. I'm really tempted to just send this priest to air instead, though. That move vexes me, so. But I'm not going to beat Wisps on the air track. No, that's unfortunate. This makes it quite unlikely that I get a town here. That would be 4 spades that I've yet to come up with, so. Yeah, I think we just advance our shipping. Though is advancing shipping smart? Probably passing is smart, right? Giants will get the coins action. And they got the 7 coins pass tile. I don't think I can afford this pass tile. I think I want spade or... Like, I want something with more stuff on it. Like, specifically, I think that this pass tile with coins on it, or even this temp ship could be okay. Like, I want something with coins printed on it. And I also want priest to cult. So you know what? I'm just going to stick this priest on this cult. And I'm just going to make Wisp sweat a little bit. I might take a ship town next round. Yeah, actually, the play might be pass for this and take a ship town, right? That might be the best thing that I can do for myself here. Guys, we might have a plan. We might have a plan. Also, I was talking about like 20 cult points. This is looking more like 16 cult points. Or like 12 cult points, rather. Like, I might get second place on 3 cults or something. Because Simon now has 2 priest production, whereas I only have 1. And I need to use my priest for, like, ship advances. Quite depressingly. Come on, Simon. Send your priest to air. Send your priest to air and use your cult bump. That is what I want you to do. And I think that we can all agree that the game is just better when your opponent does what you want them to do, right? Like, so I think that that's what Simon is supposed to do here. That's all I got, you know. Good girl. What's Hephaestus up to? He's taking the coins. He's taking the coins and then he's templing for water 1. Is he going to do it over here? Hopefully not. Is Hephaestus eyeing 3 towns? Hopefully not, once again. Simon probably wants to connect. Come on, buddy. I know you can close this cult. Yes. All right. Now I have a chance at closing this next round, if I manage to use my Orin bump there. Okay, so now this guy looks a lot more appealing to me now, because I don't think that I want any spades next round. I think I just want shipping, and seems like a decent way to go about it. Or I want points, rather, right? That's what I really want. How willing are Wisps to temple? Hephaestus is taking the coins. Wisps should always prefer... Like, Wisps could temple Air 3, but they should always prefer Water 1 right now. Taking Water 1 away from Giants and getting it for yourself when you can still make these TPs has to be better for Wisps. I'm going to make that claim. And I am now considering taking an 8-pointer. That might be too greedy, right? Taking an 8-pointer might just be too greedy. Also, wait, Wisps didn't build their stronghold? Why? You sent Priest to air instead of building your freaking stronghold in the stronghold round? Come on, man. I just, like, a lot of these decisions I just do not approve of. Like, and I recognize that, like, my opponents are not obligated to do what I think is best, obviously. But it is very frustrating to me when something like that happens, when it's like... When I feel like there's, like, a clear, like, thing that should happen and it doesn't happen. And like it clearly hurts me, you know. But basically right now my thought process is I have some dreams about making this bridge town and then taking an 8-pointer. Then I take Temple Air 1 to close the air cult. Um, I have 5 coins, so then that would leave me with 0 coins, a bunch of workers that I can convert to coins, and 3 power in Bull 2, and then 3 power in Bull 3 and 3 power in Bull 2, and then I use my cult bump, and then maybe I get some leech off of. Like eventually Wisps should be building these hexes here. I keep an eye on Wisps shipping. In the worst case scenario, if they start to advance ship, I will advance ship and then build E9. But I have to play really greedy. So I'm gonna like it starts with greed. And part 1 of the greed is building the bridge and taking the 8-pointer. I have to think really big. There's also taking a coin town. Coin town is okay as well. Because I still want Temple TP ship advance, or Temple TP ship advance dwelling is what I want this round. So I think a lot of workers are going to be fed to my other workers to become coins. Wow, no one's on the dwelling VP tile. Seems a little sus. Wisps take the priest. Didn't see that coming. Oh, Physto's temples for water 1. He just really wants to secure it. I don't know what that was about by Wisps. To not take that seemed pretty crazy. But what's also crazy is that I get this. There's my air 1. Do I convert now? Can I get... I'm not getting offered any leech, right? I don't want to miss out on a bigger leech, but I really don't think anyone's offering it to me right now. Like I could get a 2-for-1, but there's no way that TPs are getting built next to me. I could get like this E2 hex, I guess. That's the only thing that I could miss out on. But power management is still like a thing that I care about. If I go temple or ship advanced dwelling or cult bump ship advanced dwelling are the order of priorities right now. Physos has been playing like a madman since he just realized that it's Orin and not witches. I mean that one water step, man, it's been dominating all game. So I guess here's the thing, right? The cult rewards once I bumped air instead of water, that basically evened it between witches and Orin. Because if I were witches, I could have bumped water instead. So now I've actually achieved the same number of cult bumps and rewards between Orin and witches. I think Physos probably wants the bridge next round now. I wonder what he saw. Oh, wait, hold on. Why did I think that? Oh, okay. Because this could be a 3-hex town. He could temple air 1 here. That would be freaking hilarious. Temple Air 1 and then next round Sanctuary Fire 2 and try to get out all this stuff. That would be amazing if he wants to go a Dig Advance route or something. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Let's bump the Water Cults. So I do think that Simon is unlikely to try to steal this one from me. If I've done this, I think that he will fight Earth if I allow him to. I kind of want to just send this Priest to Cult, but I know that I need this. Like, I think connecting is very, very valuable here. Oh, Simon's ready to pass. This looks like a man who is ready to pass. I am fairly convinced. Oh, Simon has no neighbors for TPs, but does he need them? I'm going to give him one. One. That's it. Ooh, Giants. That's a nice spot where he built a dwelling there, buddy. Okay, so Giants have basically admitted, nah, I just want one more town, and it's going to go here, I assume. They're connected on 3 shipping. So we've got that. And they have just chosen not to dig my hex. So hopefully this means that they will continue to not dig my hex. Oh, Wisps did get to 3 shipping. I missed that. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm going to connect. I'm going to force my way into connection here. I will take E8. But I will pass first. That is why Wisps bought the Priest. I was obviously not paying attention to what Wisps were up to, and that is my fault. I apologize to everyone. There's the 8-pointer for Simon. Giants probably just pass now then. Like, they would get themselves onto a pass tile. But I am annoyed with myself for not seeing that, though. Like, that was... I've been so fixated on the idea that, like, I finally have this. And, like, obviously Wisps have gotten themselves connected, but I think that they've got a very poor game, right? They might have made me 4th, but they probably made themselves 3rd. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I'm kind of annoyed. Like, I should have caught that. That was entirely my mistake for not catching that, and not prioritizing that more. Like, I could have just advanced ship and not worried about, like, this cult bump and leech and stuff, but it's just annoying, you know? Like, who wants to deal with that shit? Can I greed out a TP here? Almost certainly not. Like, there's a high chance that Hephaestus is passing anyway, so there's almost no chance that I should be able to greed out a TP. I don't know. I guess Wisps are probably 3-towning, right? Like, their dream is probably to 3-town. They will Stronghold in the last round, which will be 12 points. And they probably get onto a pass tile here as well. I don't know. So, what's happening here? Is it going pass, and then I have to figure out my stuff? Oh, Simon's taking his favor, okay. Takes Fire 1. That makes a lot of sense, because he wants to make lots of TPs next round. Man, that was a long turn by Simon. I forgot what was going on entirely. Yeah, he's got 2 neighbors for TPs next round and a ton of coins. So he should be able to make all 4 of his TPs at 6 points each. He can get points for templing as well. Phaistos did build his hex, so I think I'm supposed to pass, right? It's just the best move by any standard here. I leave myself open to a 2-for-1, but I don't really need that much leech. Well, actually I do, right? I need lots of leech because I actually forgot that I have a town coming in. I'm like, I've been very fixated on connection for a while now, but in reality, like, there was still a town. And I forgot about the town. So, what's more valuable, connecting or the town? It's a fun question, right? I might have Simon beat on network anyway. Simon's got, like, his only interest should be making... No, that's not true. That's not true. Simon has Earth 1. So he is still interested in connecting. Do I have... Is it worth it for me to connect? It's probably more worth it for me to make this town and then think about connecting, right? The 8-pointer is gone, so this is one cult step for me. So this cult is mine. I don't think that there's any world where I lose this cult particularly. This is probably Fire 2 from Wisps. I have both Water 1 and Air 1, which to me suggests that it's correct for me to build 2 TPs here. So then after that, after I go Sanctuary for maybe Earth 3, or Fire 3, probably Earth 3. Like, it's 4 power to take Earth 3. Okay, Wisps are just not going to make a town down here, which is... Or are they? Can they make 2 more towns? Like, it's hard for me to see if they can make 2 more towns. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more digs. Now, they get 2 of them from TPs, so 2 TPs and the Stronghold makes this town. Then they still need to come up with 3 more digs. They can't use Act 6 anymore. So, is that actually going to happen? It could. And Wisps are getting blocked off the pass tile. I don't know, it looks to me like I've got Wisps beat. Because I am going to get a nice town here. Anyway, Simon should always take E8, and then if he wants to build network afterward, he's got lots of cheap hexes. Other than this guy. Because he's got lots of, like, 1 dig for 2 hex opportunities. This here, not so much, but B2 to B1 is 2 digs for 4 hexes. So you gotta think that Simon's gonna go for that up there rather than try to cut me off of here. Basically, like, I have not forgotten about connection because I am 4 digs away from connecting. Now, 4 digs is a lot of digs, but 4 digs and a ship advance away from connecting. But that, like, it's mathematically not impossible. It's absolutely not mathematically impossible for me to make that happen, so we will see. So Wisps are going to try for this town. They will need some economic boosts, obviously. We'll see if Simon's interested in Act 6. I'm not sure if he is. I guess it would be a little surprising if he weren't. Okay, so if I connect, I'm probably building 2 more dwellings, right? I'm probably building this guy here and, like, one of these 2 guys. So if I made that happen, I would have a network figure of 12. Wisps probably beat 12. Time Travelers probably beat 12. So I don't need to worry about connecting. Okay, that actually takes a bit off my mind. Because, yeah, I have no more natural greens, and I don't want to try to take another Act 6 or anything like that. And I don't even have Earth 1, so I'm going to make TPs or Sanctuary, fight cults, Yeah, I'm going to Sanctuary, I'm going to fight cults. These resources are nice. And that means I can just happily take the most high-value town as well. Yeah, I mean, Giants can now cut me off at their leisure as well. Presumably they should take D8 and build this, but, like, there's too many ways I get cut off, and Wisps will certainly be able to build 2 more dwellings anyway. Yeah, I'll be looking at, like, 3 to 6 network points to connect at this point. Now, if I had gotten this hex from Wisps, then maybe it would have been more than that, but because that wasn't the case. I also will take this hex if I need to. It doesn't hurt me to take this hex for sure. Ooh, wait, hold on. I can guarantee myself some network points by taking E8, can't I? If Simon doesn't advance his shipping fast, and it doesn't look like he's going to, then I get E8. He's on the ship VP pass tile. He needs to buy a priest, I think, in order to credibly advance ship to 3. I think connecting or not, he definitely wants to advance ship to 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 structures if I cut him off here. He would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a pretty expensive way to fight for network points, but who knows? Like, it's the funny thing is that this hex is arguably becoming more interesting for me than D7. Now, like, D7 I can still take afterward, but like, if I just take this one hex and I spend my energy advancing digs instead of advancing ship, I don't know, it seems vaguely interesting to me. Simon does get points for building temples, so he might want to, like, do a temple Earth 2 or something, but we'll see what happens there. We'll see. I want to secure a priest town for, actually, do I need to secure a priest town? No one else is making towns quickly. Wisps, God bless their pathetic little soul, are absolutely not getting this town. They have no more natural spades coming in, so, like, they need a TP to make this. Then they build this, then what? They temple for, yeah, they don't have this spade even. Yeah, I just did some math, like, about, like, the cheapest town that they could possibly make, and it doesn't look great. Like, the cheapest town that they can make might involve, like, Fire 2 or something, and yeah, if ISO sends that priest off. This makes me just want to send priest to Fire. I know I was talking about advancing digs, but I don't need to rush for towns or anything, so actually Wisps are probably sending priest to Fire, so I don't need to worry about that too much. But if they don't, I am going to close this cult, or I am going to take the second place on this cult. Holy crap, Simon has a lot of points. Yeah, I think that the ship advances are coming now. And then I need to figure out if this is correct. I am going to take 2 for 1s, why not? Where the heck is this going, though? That was up here? That's not a connected structure. This continues to make me think that I'm supposed to connect. mean, I don't think that he's beating me to 2 towns for sure. And there's still a priest town left, so I definitely have time to do this if I want. And there's even a ship town left, which nobody wants anymore, so... yeah, Wisp's network is actually beginning to look very bad. So if I can go TP, hard dig, and then use like a power spade here after taking a ship town, this could be a pretty valuable connection, is all I'm saying. Yeah, because Simon has yet to advance shipping at all. Especially if I take d7 and then, like, spade this guy. That would be really pretty nasty. In fact, that's the plan now. The plan is now b5, hard dig, and see who takes this hex from me. Right? All I need is 1 power spade. And I can be pretty dang happy. This Wisps game looks like a disaster. Come on, man. What were you thinking? Yeah, d7 comes first. Simon hasn't even used his stronghold action yet. He's really playing this pretty interestingly. I'm going to let him have that cult. I'm not going to worry about that. Actually, why should I? Why shouldn't I just put priest to earth? I should just put priest to earth, right? If I do that, I would force Simon to put, like, expend energy going up that cult, or, like, he should be, like, my mind is kind of blown that he's not going harder on advancing shipping here. Like, putting a priest to a cult here seems pretty wild. Okay, it's time. I'm going to just grab d7 and then see who takes away act 6. And then no one takes away act 6, and then I just connect. And I think I take act 6 on e8, like, because they've left it for me so long. And then I will beat Simon on that cult. Giants have 1 stop left, so I guess Giants could annoy me by going e8 and b4, but Giants are beating me on network. They really shouldn't be concerned about that. Like, because Simon can block g4 and Giants can block e8. That is kind of a bad outcome. I'm probably supposed to play around that outcome for now. And in that case, I can just put priest to cult. Priest to cult is perfectly fine. Simon is not connecting. Fascinating. He thinks that he doesn't need to connect anymore. And he may be right. Should I force my opponent's hand? Like, to be clear, building d7 is not a bad move for me, right? Like, this is not bad for me by any stretch of the imagination, because at worst this cost me 1 resource point to do this. Yeah, at worst that cost me a resource point. I can live with losing a resource point. Because I have points coming in for me for having dwellings on the board, so I do think Simon is probably supposed to hard dig g4 for me, and then hope that giants take e4, e8, but it's interesting that Simon acts before Hephaestus here, because if Hephaestus blocked e8 now, it would obviously be correct for time travelers to dig this hex. Okay, cool. He advances shipping. Great. We connect. We will also permit wisps to connect. Or rather, we will cut them off and give the network points to wisps. Oh shit. He's undoing. Are you undoing and digging my hex? I'll be very mad. He's probably supposed to close Earth, right? I think he's supposed to close Earth, but who knows what he'll do. Now, realistically, Simon probably has just won this game already, right? That's annoying. Also, why are you sending these priests to cults? My god. This is clearly not good. Am I crazy here, or is this like very not good for time travelers to be doing this? Was he that offended that I took Earth 3? I apologize. Like, I was just trying to make the best play for myself. I guess I close water now. The nasty thing now is that I could lose both of these cults, but because I imagine that what's going to happen here is Simon will temple for water 2 to close water, and then he'll have tempo to close Earth because I guess I'm okay. Yeah, because he could temple water 2, temple Earth 2 to close these 2 cults. And that would be very annoying. You'd have 28 endgame points. If I do this, you'll have 24 endgame points. And possibly 30. I think locking out the water cult comes first. Yeah, locking out the water cult comes first. I have to take some risks here, and that is one of the risks I am choosing to take. And I just let Fire Cult wither and die. That's probably fine. Do I keep... I think I keep my power in store for Act 6. Well, now the hexes might matter more. I get leech? I literally almost certainly cannot get leech here, so. Phaistos, yeah. I guess he might dig and build this. That's one free leech wasted, or that's one coin wasted. Right now, I'm dealing on scales larger than one coin, so. Oh, I don't have an unused town key, I see. So I can't really do anything about that. Alright, so I close the cult then. Or I let Simon have the cults. I will fight the fire cult if I can, and I just connect. And Wisps will get down one more structure, but that's fine. And I will just take a coin town, advance my shipping. Yep, there's water too. Frustrating. I mean, Simon has won this game. That's fine. He will Temple Earth too next. I feel pretty assured of that. He will certainly Temple Earth too if I use my cult bump on Earth. So I'm not supposed to challenge him. I'm supposed to just use my cult bump on Fire. But I don't need to commit to that decision just yet. I should see how many network points I'm looking at. I think that Wisps have one more structure left in them. They can send two priests to Fire Cult, and they can bump the Fire Cult, and then use Act 5 on this hex here. Hephaestus decides to settle for 13 structures? What the actual hell? He didn't build D8? Why? I don't understand. So I think that this lets me advance ship and hard dig down one of the two remaining hexes that I need. This might be one more point, because I can get one of the coins that I need by going up the Fire Cult. And then there's this guy, which is fewer points, but then I can use the priest to fight fire or even earth. I can threaten earth. I don't think that I want to do any threatening. I think that I want to commit to just putting the step on the Fire Cult no matter what happens. I don't need any more power, so I'm declining power from here on out. So Phaistos will make one more TP, and then he's done. He will pass for 11. So that's 124. I'm going to be passing for 3 plus, it looks like 8. So I'm also going to be passing for 11. I think I have Hephaestos beat. Because I'm also advancing ship to 3. So I'm going to be 102, pass for 11, 113. I think I've got Hephaestos beat by just enough on the cults to cover him. I think I have Wisps beat by a million regardless. And Simon has us beat as well. There's no way that Simon's not beating us. This ship advance is way too valuable. The temple is too valuable. Like, And then he's got so many endgame points. Yeah, I am going to tie for first on network, so I am kind of proud of that. Simply because this game got so ugly. Can we somehow hide our points a little bit by doing this? The only problem is that this obligates us to make our cult bump next, but Giants can no longer dig these hexes. No one can dig these hexes from us, so I think that it's safe to just do this. So what should Simon do here? Simon should temple for... Should Simon temple or not? I don't think Simon's supposed to temple. Oh no, he can afford a temple. He should temple for Earth 2. And then after he temples for Earth 2, he'll have basically 7 power and 2 resources, and then he will have enough for ship advance. Yeah, so he'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more points during the game. Pass for 9, pass for 6, 128. 128 plus 28 is 156. I don't think I have 156. I haven't done the math exactly, but I don't think I have that many endgame points because our cult performance is pretty bad. I think we're in like the 140s. Yeah, I think that the math says it's Temple Earth 2, then ship advance. Did Hephaestus just not have enough coins to build his last dwelling? Like, maybe he just didn't have enough stuff to build this last hex here. And I was wrong that he made some sort of actual misplay. For a second, I was terrified there. Simon did indeed see that he was supposed to make a temple. He did the math correctly. So he's going to get his last ship advance. Wait. Oh, he had a water 2 step, I see. So yeah, he's going to temple, I think. And then advance ship. And then that'll be that. Maybe I was supposed to close water just a little sooner. If I close water a little sooner, I take a little less leech. I don't really have more points. Simon just has like slightly fewer points, right? He just has 4 points fewer. I don't know if that's enough to win, admittedly. And probably he just... If I close the water cult at that point... No, I can never close the water cult because I just didn't have the key. Yeah, he was always beating me on water then. Because like, I just wanted to fight like a lot harder than I was really prepared to, so... I was too slow to actually fight back or anything. Sneaky connection. I mean, Wisps were kind of sneaky about the connection as well, right? But like, Wisps are not supposed to play for this connection, and like they definitely put themselves into fourth. But I mean, as Eddie the Cat just pointed out, like it's super late in Europe, and that is my fault that I made it late. So, did I consider double digging C5? I vaguely thought about C5 after the fact. I vaguely thought about this like only after the fact. So, I ultimately don't think that would have been that good. But yeah, like I thought about this like almost as soon as like round 2 ended, or as soon as Hephaestus bridged there, I thought like, maybe I could have dug that hex and gotten onto F9. But basically, like I thought that I was going to be able to beat Wisps to this hex, and I think that I could have done it in round 4 when I was really concerned about like optimizing my power. So that was definitely my mistake. And the fact that I definitely lost that game because of that. Like, clearly, like, my Water 1 would have been worth so many more points if I had gotten this hex instead. So, I mean, Wisps cost me first place, and I think that they really, really cost themselves as well by going for connection at all, but they did what they thought was best, you know, and, like, it's my fault for making everyone play so late, so it's okay. I guess we'll take a quick look. Like, ultimately, this did turn out in the positives column for us, so that's something, I guess. Time Travelers scored about the same as Ornan Giants overall. It was a very low dwellings game because of how blocky it was, but again, Giants were supposed to beat me. I think that they were supposed to win network. And I do have, obviously I have some luck to thank for that because people are probably not at their sharpest. And what do we do here? We got the most leech this game. We didn't pay the most for it, but we did get the most. So that's pretty crazy, actually. I got 27 net leech versus 11, 14, and 12. Damn. I mean, that was always the issue with Wisps, to be honest. Like, their second dwelling spot, like, I don't hate them this much for this one, but like the fact that I think this would have been a cleaner town. They made mistakes, and it's okay that they made mistakes, right? I'm not supposed to harp on that. I relied very heavily on the double spade. I did get a coins action in the final round, which, like, that pass in the final round into the final round definitely helped propel me to victory. My favor points are going to be very low. Yeah, even though I have Water 1 and Air 1, this was quite low because of how everything else broke down. We passed pretty well. Wisps were the ones left out of the big picture. I think that they really should have strongholded in the round where they had the big building tile, but I guess they only lost 4 points for not doing it. And yeah, we had good endgame scoring, of course. Though Simon's no connection Time Travelers was obviously better. Yeah, I mean, it does kind of suck, right? Like, if Wisps don't force their way into this connection, then I very, very likely win. And if I actually pay attention and connect, like, I was thinking of, I was trying to connect in round 3, was it? Or round 4, was it? And then I didn't. And I was like, but Giants aren't taking this hex away from me, so I just have to watch out for Wisps. And then, like, Wisps by that priest, and I'm just completely asleep at the wheel, and I don't secure this hex. So that was my fault. I was trying to optimize stuff when, like, I wound up having so many workers left over that I used on all these digs, but it was quite bad. Ghostly, what's up, man? Yeah, it was a cool time travelers game, right? Like, it's revised base. Your neighbor situation is going to be very strange. They did good stuff. I'm happy for time travelers, but I'm unhappy for myself, which such is life, right? You also only caught the end of the stream. Yeah, Simon, nice game. I completely missed that I didn't even have this. Like, I was really dumb. I missed that I didn't even have this key. So I thought that I had tempo to close this cult on you, but I obviously didn't. I think that I was probably, if I just am smart and I build E9 before Wisps, then I think I have this game. Like, the triple dig, the cheeky connection possibility. I had been talking about that connection possibility, thinking that Giants might take E9 from like round 1 or 2. I was literally talking about this from like round 1 or 2, that it could happen that I lose this hex and then I have to like connect through these or something. But this, like, I should have gotten this hex, right? Like, there's no way that Wisps were supposed to beat me to this hex. Like, there's no way that they were supposed to do it themselves. Like, and it shows here. Like, if they don't go to 3 ship and instead they just make this other town, that's so much better for them. But they killed me, and they killed themselves much worse. So it was mean for me not to start there and share neighbors at the east. I did think about it, but ultimately, basically, the way I saw it is like, these are free hexes up here, and this town is like guaranteed. And I knew that I was going to have neighbors with giants here, so I figured if I don't start here, then I might just lose these hexes to giants, and that was part of my thinking. But I was trying really hard to get there, Simon. If Wisps just let me have one more turn, then I would have been there. We would have been glorious. You would have built so many more TPs, man. If I had gone here and I had managed to dig F6, we would have built so many TPs together. And my water won, your water won. It would have all been very happy. But that's not how it went down. So you played very well. Congratulations. I played pretty crappy, and I played slow, so I don't feel great about this game. But, you know, at least I didn't come in 3rd or 4th. So happy about that. I'm sure all the Europeans are really tired, so I apologize for such a late start, but thank you for indulging me. It actually was kind of a fun game despite all my misery and my complaining. Like, bad breaks do happen, and again, like, it's my fault that people are playing so late anyway, so I really can't complain. So hopefully we can get a win next time. Thanks, everyone.